Good morning, everybody. Don't mind, I'm in my pajamas. Welcome to installment. Again, I should probably, every time I should be actually checking this, shouldn't I? Let's just say like maybe 22 of my Krista and Becca Ritchie readathon. Yesterday, well actually it was last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was about 2 a.m. I think I ended up going to bed last night after kind of like wrapping up my reading vlog and stuff. I finished Infamous Like Us. I genuinely didn't think I was actually going to read it all that day because I had a number of things crop up, but I was determined. I was like, no, I've got this far, I'm gonna finish it. So I finished that. Many tears were shed, but this means now that I'm on to Luna and Donnelly's book, and I feel like potentially these two could end up being my favorite couple. Maybe. At the moment, I think, now don't get me wrong, I adore all of the couples, I love them all, but Maximoff and Pharaoh have this like very special place in my heart. And now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, is it because that there's Hale children involved? Because obviously, if you've seen my stuff regarding the Calloway sister books, haha, my bad, I forgot to put my little sign up on my door that my mum wanted me to make to say that I was filming. If you've seen any of my stuff regarding the Calloway sister books, you would know that whilst, again, I adore all of the couples, Lily and Lo have a very, very special place in my heart. And I'm now thinking that maybe the same goes for their children as well. Because I love them. And I also love, sorry, I think this is like very lopsided. I don't know. There's just so many things I love about them. Anyway, I think Luna and Donnelly, I mean, I've literally loved them like ever since that they were even mentioned, even not even necessarily together but separately. I think Donnelly's a really, really good character. I mean, also he hates, and he's very open about it as well, he hates Samantha Calloway, so I'm just like, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But yeah, I think the thing with Luna is that obviously, like, not necessarily like within her family, except for Samantha Calloway, but I mean kind of like just in general, that people don't tend to give Luna the time of day to actually get to know her as a person. So they just go, oh, weirdo, freak, stuff like that. Where Donnelly doesn't. He, you know, he what I've seen so far, I feel like he lets her be the really cool person that she is. And it's just like, mwah. So yes, do I think that I would potentially annihilate this book today? Yeah, honestly. I'll just check my my audiobook, because I listen to the audio whilst I'm reading, because I feel like it keeps me on track. Go away. But that's honestly wild, because it means that, I mean, I don't know if I'll necessarily be reading tomorrow, because tomorrow is my sister's last day at home before she goes back to uni. I don't know. But anyway, that will probably be my last book for now of the Krista and Becca Ritchie stuff. Because the other book, okay, this is looking at about 4.5 hours so far, so yeah, I'll probably, and that's just putting it at 3 times speed. I tend to then, after a while, I go to like 3.25, and then I end up going to 3.5, because that's just how I am as a person, and Mum has turned up Miley Cyrus. Pop off, queen. Yeah, so I feel like I'll only read one more book of Krista and Becca's, and and that's Love and Other Cursed Things, because it's within it, I believe it is within the same universe. Like the Calloway sisters are mentioned. The two sci-fi, like YA sci-fi books, so it's The Raging Ones and The Last Hope. I don't want to read those yet because I don't know what it is regarding anything that, I mean, I've only ever read like kind of like a, you know, the ACOTAR books, but I want to read those when it's very cold. So I'm kind of holding out those ones, I think, until then, because because also I do want to try read the Emily Henry books before the release of Happy Place. Is it next week? Yep, it's next Tuesday. Okay, we might not be in time for that, but that's okay, because I can at least say that I tried. Anyway, let's just, oh, that got stuck in my nail. Let's just go. Also, I am not underlining or like writing in this one, because whilst I do think I'll probably keep this edition and probably one day get the other people covers of the Like Us series just for collecting reasons, to be honest. On the off chance that I do donate this or something like that, all I'm going to do, and I'm also not even color coding my tabs, I'm literally just, you know, it's like you see a tab, just consider it a good point, because I'm going to wait until I have my Haley edition to do the whole like color coding of my tabs and underlining, like what I've done with my other books, my other Like Us books over there. But yeah, I'm ready. I am ready, but I also feel like I'm not. I don't know, I'm scared. I don't want to say goodbye, even though literally, when is, I'm trying to remember when the other one is meant to be due. Not too long, I don't think. Anyway, here is also my bookmark. So this is again a thing that I've just acquired from Haley's Instagram page for Misfits Like Us. And that's my bookmark today. So let us go forth, live long and prosper. Yes, I do know what that is before somebody comes at me and goes, oh, you're just trying to be cool and quirky like Luna. No, again, this is probably a thing of why I love the Hale family so much. My family, we're rather geeky people. I mean, I'm quite literally at the moment, my pajama top is the top that Argyle wears in Stranger Things season 4. And I saw this t-shirt and I was like, I must have that t-shirt, even though I look disgusting in yellow, which is why it's a pajama top. Look, I even made sure to have it that it has the writing on the back. Haha. Anyway, so yes, my family, we've been raised on the Marvel films, we've been raised on Star Trek, like, I believe the story goes that my dad tried to propose to my mum when she was in the middle of watching a Star Trek episode. So there's that. So yes, I do know what that is. I remember I once posted a TikTok and I did that, and then I was scared that people were going to be like, oh, like, she thinks this, she's so cool, she doesn't even know what that is. And I'm like, I do. It's Vulcan. Anyway, before I embarrass myself more, I'm gonna go read now. And again, don't worry, it's fine. I hate myself too. Okay, right. So there is this forum for a TV show, I think it is. Yeah, it's a TV show that, sorry, my hair needs a wash. That Luna likes. And she made a point about one of the characters, and I think it's like hundreds of people or something that disliked her comment, and only 3 people liked it and 1 person responded to it, and they're like, yeah, I agree with you, like, that's a really good point. Now, this whole thing is like anonymous, right? Like, people don't have their actual names, it's like usernames. I'm convinced that that person is Donnelly.
whether he knows that it's Luna that he's added, like, has, like, commented on, I don't know, but I'm convinced that it's got to be Donnelly. Like, it's got to be. So I'll check back in with you in a sec. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Paul Donnelly was the one who commented on it, because it's like, oh, he just got this DM thing, and it was like, hey, thanks for the comment about Callie. Glad you like her too. Sparkle heart emoji, which is exactly what Luna sent. I love these two already. I love them. I love them. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading out. I just wanted to be like, ha, I was right.
Okay. I apologise. I've not really been checking in on here, but that's because I haven't been reading too much. Reason number one, I mean, my sister goes back to uni tomorrow, so it's kind of like, you know, you want to make sure that you're, you know, spending time with family, because that's always nice. At least I'm, you know, lucky that that's the case for myself and my family. But also, I've actually not been avoiding reading this because I love this book. It is exquisite. However, I don't want it to end, so I'm trying to like drag out this process as long as possible. Last night when I was reading it, I did cry a good couple of times. I also cried because Krista and Becca had shared one of my Instagram posts on their Instagram feed, so like not in their stories, but like actually like they, you know, the part where it's like reposted and it has like the little kind of like the repost symbol. That happened last night, so it was weird. Like I was crying, but I was crying for two reasons at the same time, because I was crying about people being horrid to Luna, but then I was also like, it was sad, but then I was also crying out of like happiness. It was a weird time. Good news is I haven't cried today. I did giggle like a small child because, so I can't remember if I've said this before, but what was it? It was Oscar, Jack, Maximoff, Farrow, Donnelly, and then a date were having a, what do you even call, like a triple date? And then it happens on the same night that Luna, I want to say Luna, Tom, Elliot, and then some dates are also doing like a triple date thing, but it's because Luna and Elliot want to set up Tom with somebody. Now, where coincidentally both groups end up going to, well, actually it's not coincidentally, because Maximoff wanted to kind of keep an eye on his sister. But anyway, they go to this place called the Green Room, and I was like, that's interesting. If you think back to the Addicted books, I think it would be Addicted to You, where there's this place called the Blue Room, where everything is blue. This place, the Green Room, is down the road from the Blue Room. And Luna goes, oh yeah, like down the road, like there's the Blue Room, which when my parents were like of, you know, kind of like the typical clubbing age, that's where they went, like some point. Which made me laugh, because all I was thinking about was Lo getting grumpy and Addicted to You with being served these alcoholic drinks that were blue. Like, he's just like, what is this? So there's now, for the Like Us people, so their children, there is a green version. And I don't know why, but I just thought it was the funniest thing. And I loved that little kind of parallel. But yes, Donnelly has now showed up on the triple date with Joanna. So Joanna is Oscar and Quinn's little sister. But Donnelly didn't know that Luna was going to be at the same place, so he's feeling very, very awkward. Luna's date looks like he might be standing her up, which is rubbish. We hate that stupid little boy. He's not actually a boy, but he acts like a little boy because he doesn't know what he's missing. He doesn't know what he's missing. But yes, I think, okay, firstly, this is still weirdly bent from when it arrived, like in the delivery, which is interesting because I have like tried to flatten it out so much and it won't. Anyway, I think every page of this book, and this is like going like 1, 2, I think every page has at least one tab. So there's that. A lot of them have like at least 2, a number of them have 3. So that's well done me. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading now because I'm curious. I need to know what's happening. Okay, this reading vlog has been an absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. Today is the 5th of May. I finally put my big girl pants on and actually finished the book today. So there are so many things that I haven't talked about that occurred in the book. However, as you would have seen in my other clips, I have obviously still have the people cover of Misfits Like Us because I have already ordered the what I call the Haley covers for Misfits Like Us, and I've got them so it's signed editions of them. And because Haley is an absolute sweetheart and she's going to Book Bonanza, she was like, look, like, she's like, you order them so they are there at Book Bonanza, and then because she's going to pick them up for me when she's there and then post them to me. And Book Bonanza is in June, I think, so I won't have the people cover till about July, I'd say, maybe even early August. So I'm going to do another reading vlog because obviously, yes, like I've tabbed parts of this book, and actually near the end I just decided to just read it because it's like, Rowena, you're going to actually take these tabs out soon anyway. So I'm going to obviously read it again and tab and annotate it like what I've done with all of my other Haley paperbacks. So there will be another reading vlog of Misfits Like Us that should hopefully be less chaotic. Yeah, I'm sorry. Honestly, it's been terrible. I mean, I spent so long procrastinating reading it because I didn't want it to end, which is obviously a good thing because it means that like I enjoyed it a lot and I didn't want to say goodbye to the characters yet, even though it's not goodbye obviously because Unlucky Like Us comes out in July. Sorry, I should have put my phone on my tripod, but I forgot, so I'm holding it. I've got small hands and phones they just don't work for me anymore. Yes, so my thoughts on the book. Loved it. Wanted to bawl my eyes out at the whole part with Luna's profile on, I want to say Fanaticon, but it's not Fanaticon, it's the other one, I think. It's the other, anyway, where she writes fanfics on. Not even fanfics necessarily, like she writes things herself that got leaked, and I wanted to cry for her because I just felt so sad for her. I then also wanted to bawl my eyes out when Lo, and I couldn't because I was on a walk, so I was outside, there were people. Can't be bawling my eyes out because people would be like, is she okay? And it's like, well, in reality, no, I'm not okay, but it's also regarding fictional characters, so in the grand scheme of things I'm fine, but like in this present moment in time, not fine.
the part where Lo says to Donnelly, like, you will wait for her, because I was just transported back to Addicted to You, where obviously there's the whole thing of wait for me, and I'm just, oh, it gets you. But I love Luna and Donnelly. Like, I love them. They're actually made for one another. It's just, yeah, I'll show you my bookmark, because even though this isn't a Haley cover, I still wanted like a Haley themed bookmark. So, and I love this one. Space Babe with the Wawa cups. I've decided, I don't know how I can get one, but I need a Wawa cup. Okay? Even though, do I drink coffee in like takeaway cups? No, I don't. But I still need one. It's like, I really want to get a superheroes in, see, in the kind of, in reference to the store, I say superheroes and scones, which is hilarious because it's like, I just say scones, I don't say scones. But there you go. I really want to get a t-shirt though that's like superheroes and scones. Sorry, this lighting's not very good. Does this look better? Oh, I haven't shown you my bookshelf. I redid. Okay. Yeah. So I've got my Steamula editions there. And then I have like my Haley hardbacks displayed. Once Unlucky and Misfits Like Us arrive though, this will kind of be shuffling around a little bit. And then I have indie editions of the Addicted Callaways there. And then down here, on like what is the extension of my bedside table, because my bedside table is from when I was quite literally in single digits. I do actually need to get a new one because it just ain't it. It just ain't it. But anyway, down there I have whatever it takes and Wherever You Are, and then my Simon Schuster Callaway sister books, and then the book that I'm currently reading, which is Love and Other Cursed Things, which I think I'm going to read it all tonight, to be honest, because I'm actually really enjoying it. It's really good. But yeah, I just, it's so weird because this kind of brings us to the end of my readathon. I will be doing another one later on in the year, I've decided. I think how I'm going to do it is that I'll make sure that I've finished my, or at least get as close as I can to my yearly reading goal, and that's 70 books. And obviously, thanks to this readathon, I'm now up to book, have I read 40? I think I've either read 40 or I'm up to book 40. I can't quite remember. But yeah, so once I've kind of got to that stage, then I will go ahead and reread the books again, because I love them. Like, I wish that I could say that I was being dramatic or something when I say that I will be rereading this series at least once or twice a year, like forever. You know, kind of like how Elliot in Love and Other Words, he always reads Ivanhoe in October. It will be kind of like that for me, I think. Which, actually, I feel like I should read Ivanhoe, because I know that there is a character called Rowena in Ivanhoe. And he was also, that book was written by Sir Walter Scott. And in Edinburgh, where I was born, there is a thing called Scott Monument. I'm pretty sure that's regarding him. If not, that's embarrassing, and I can then already feel my mum going, this isn't the way I raised you. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I've completely gone off topic. But Misfits Like Us. It was so good. I feel kind of sad when I hear about people who, and like, it's totally fine, like, if the Like Us series is, because I know a number of people, they don't go for the Like Us series because they're like, no, like, the core 6, like they're young forever. And it's like, I personally like seeing them as parents because you see a lot of growth there. That's a personal thing, but I do feel a bit sad when people like I've seen a number of people give up around about like the charming like us kind of era, and it's like, but you miss out on stories like this. And we already know with Infamous Like Us, like I was crying, tears were shed, glasses of water had to be drunk afterwards to replenish my fluids. But yeah, I love this series so much, and I look forward to, because obviously now, okay, my god, I've been talking for so long, that must be so annoying. Anyway, congratulations if you've got this far. With The Raging Ones, The Last Hope, I have decided that I'm not actually going to be reading those yet, because those are very, they're a completely different universe to, Addicted Calloway, Like Us, even Love and Other Cursed Things. Apparently, and Circus's Family, oh my god, but it's all within the same universe. Like the Calloway sisters, in some capacity, are mentioned in the book there. I've not got to a part yet though, but The Raging Ones and The Last Hope is a completely different universe. I mean, it's a sci-fi, I'm pretty sure. But for some reason, for me, I feel like I need to read that when it's full-blown winter time. And we're not at that stage yet in New Zealand. So I'm going to hold off for a little bit. And I think, and that works fine for me. It's just like I've completed one universe. But other than those two, that would mean that I'm like up to date with Krista and Becca's work. So now it's actually kind of cool to finally get to the point with an author where I'm up to date. And so, you kind of have the whole thing of being able to get excited when there's a book release of like your favorites, except unfortunately, because I don't live in the States, it's not like I can just walk into a bookshop in New Zealand and pick up the next Like Us book. Like I will need to order it online, wait for it to arrive, wait at least a week or so, because I will be getting the people cover for Unlucky Like Us when it comes out in July, because I know I've definitely said this on my Instagram story. I don't know if I've said it on here, but with the Haley covers for Unlucky Like Us, so both paperback and hardback, I'm looking at getting those through Krista and Becca's store. So then they're signed. I think because if it's a new release book, you can get character notes. And I want to do that as like a birthday present, like from me to me. And Haley has also put it to me about like if you pop like, when you can put like extra details, apparently I can see that if I basically type in that it's like a birthday present, that I think like the characters can write some kind of birthday message or something. And so it's like I'm going to be doing that, but obviously I want to read Unlucky Like Us as soon as I can possibly read it. So I will have the people cover for that. I wonder who will be on the front of that one. I feel like I was going to say surely it'd be Luna, but I don't know, because I'm trying to think of, so like how the people covers go. I'm pretty sure the first three, I think it is quite literally Maximoff. Like I think it's Maximoff for the first three, and then sorry, I just got a notification on my phone. I don't know why I tried to read it like this. Since when could I read sideways? And then, what does it even go then? I think then it goes Thatcher, Jane and Thatcher having a snog fest. Why not? Maybe it's not a snog fest. Maybe that was a bit of an exaggeration. Then the next one's a Headstrong. I feel like it's got both Maximoff and Farrah on the front of it. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Charming, I couldn't tell you who's on the front of that one. Is that meant to be Oscar? I feel like it must be Oscar. Because who we see on the cover, that's not how I pictured Jack. So I'm going to say it's Oscar. And then, yeah, Wild, Fearless and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to sit and wonder whether Luna will be on the next book, or whether it will be Donnelly again, or Luna and Donnelly together. We have that to look forward to, I guess. I've now been talking for nearly 15 minutes. That's embarrassing. Okay. I'm going to go now because, number one, I need a good old hair wash. I've just seen how my hair looks, and I'm like, we just cut that off. Not the hair, just your view. And then I'm going to, I think I might finish Love and Other Cursed Things tonight because I really fancy it. I don't know. And then I think tomorrow, I don't know, I feel like I've got other books on my TBR that I need to be reading, which has got nothing to do with Krista and Becca's work, so I'm going to go. I'm going to love you and leave you, save you at this point. But yes, so that brings us to the end of this very diabolical, awful, don't know why. If you're still watching this, are you okay? Do you need help? Because I don't know why you're still here. I love you, but I don't understand why you're still here. Yes. This brings us to the end of the reading vlog. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. And I hope seeing my face and hearing my voice didn't make it worse for you. Okay, bye. Love you.